everyone, it's Jamie and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another cross-stitching update video. In this video I will be talking about cross-stitch, possibly a little bit of knitting because I am trying to decide which thing I would like to knit next. And then I also will most likely talk a little bit about books because I am trying to read a lot of books this year. I got on Goodreads and I had been on Goodreads before and I never really kept track of things, and then at the beginning of the year I got on there and I started putting books in from last year, and I saw that last year I read like 29 books or something. I don't know if it was exact because I was getting books from what I checked out from the library, and there might have been other books that I had not got from the library, but I wasn't keeping track very well last year. So this year I'm trying to keep track of my books, and I set a goal to read 50 books, read or listen to. I mean, I do both. And so yeah, there will be some book talk going on too, most likely. But right now I'm getting ready to do my stitching for the day. It is currently Thursday, January the 16th, and I will be working on Drinks on the Beach, which is artwork by Lars Stewart, and it is part of the Haid 2025 Stitch Along, which I did end up joining last year, at the end of last year. So here is where I am on the stitch along. I am trying to finish the first page before I work on anything else, because that was what I said at the beginning of the month or the end of last month, something like that. I was like, I'm going to keep this stitch along out until I finish page 1, and then I will work on something else, and then I will go back to the do page 2, and then I'll just keep switching like that, I think. So here's page 1. This right here is the edge of the page, and then I think I'm like halfway down the page, so I still have to do quite a bit more. It's fine. I have done, I think, almost 5,000 stitches, and I did do stitches over this way because I don't like to end a row of all one color. So like this top row here is all one color, and then I think there's going to be a leaf here, and that's why the color ended. And so I was working across like the entire almost top row at first because I did not want there to be a line where the color ended. I try and not end colors like that because I don't want to get like a harsh line, or even just a line if the color changes of the dye lot, because some of the colors in this chart are colors that I've had issues with dye lots before. Like 995, I had an issue with the dye lot of DMC 995 on a Kingdom Hearts piece that I was stitching, and there was like a noticeable mark of where I switched the color. And then I got another 995 from the store, and then it was a different color than the other two that I'd worked on. So yeah, some of the blues, the dye lots are interesting. There's a lot going on. So I do try and like take it all the way across. I am stitching this though on 32 count, 1/1 tent stitch, and I am using CXC, and I did buy it all at once, so hopefully there won't be any like dye lot issues or anything like that, even though I think there's only 2 colors that have multiple skeins. I think most of the other colors you only needed 1 skein, and then because I'm doing it on 32 count, 1/1 and not 2/1, I should not need as much floss as was called for, I think. I'm also excited because this chart does not have very much 310. I think there was like 300 stitches of 310, so I'm really excited to have a chart going right now that's just bright and colorful. So I'll be working on this. I will also be working on Autumn Harmony today because I do need to try and stitch on it daily to get it finished this year. And I will be working up in this top corner, and I'm trying to just work my way from here over to the edge and get this top corner finished. And this one is artwork by Maxine Gadd, charted by Maxine Gadd, and I'm stitching it on 18 count, 2/1 full cross. So I'll be working on these 2. And then I can't decide yet what I want to do for this weekend because I think it's technically a 24 hours of cross stitch marathon weekend. 24 hours of cross stitch is run by Jen Lee, who is Quirks and Stitches. There is a Facebook group that has all the information, and I actually bought the planner that is sold on Etsy by Jen Lee, and so I have the planner this year. And like I said, I'm pretty sure that this was a weekend. I think I saw an Instagram post about like 24 hours of cross stitch weekend. It's currently Thursday though, and that would start tomorrow, so I need to decide if I would like to participate. I was thinking about participating and, you know, just working on this page, trying to get this page finished, and then if I could get the page finished, then I could do like something fun and do like, okay, so I have 2 Whipco boards for this year, And one of them is a themed board, which I had talked about in a video that I just made. I haven't edited or uploaded it yet though, so you guys have not seen that. But I have like a themed WIPGO board where it's just like work on a chart from Unconventional X-Stitch or Haid, and then I can just pick whatever of my charts fit the criteria of that prompt. And so I have that WIPGO board, and then I also have a WIPGO board where I put like 2 of my favorite pieces, and then I also put charts that I would like to get more progress on because I might pick them as a finished piece for once I finish a different project. And so what I was thinking that I might possibly do is that would technically mean that every month I would be getting 4 different projects off of WIPGO, because I would be getting 2 projects from each board, 4 projects, and I was thinking that to work on them, I might put them on a wheel and then spin a wheel because I love spinning wheels. Apparently, it's a thing. And actually this month though, there's only 3 different projects. The reason being that the things that was picked is Unconventional X-Stitch was picked. And then on my other WIPGO board, Rose Library was picked. I only have 1 Unconventional X-Stitch chart started, and that's Rose Library. So Rose Library was technically picked for the 2 boards, so it could go on the wheel twice, I guess. And then the other project that was picked was Witcher, which is by Thread Geeks. I will show Witcher real quick. And this is the one where I might want to try and finish it once I have a space opened on my little focus on a finish thing. I'm trying to keep like my list of rotation of projects at like 3 main projects and try and work on 3. We're gonna see how that goes. And the way that I'm thinking about doing it, this video is just going all over the place, is like 1 page, Drinks on the Beach, work on Little Gamer, and then Autumn Harmony is a daily piece. So I think that's what I'm going to try and keep going forward, is to have like 1 daily piece where I work on it, just bite-sized pieces a day, and then have other projects that are my focus piece at night, and then rotate which one I'm working on though. So like work on 1, get bored of it, work on the other one, and then just focus on like that. So once I finish things from that, like this one I'm only doing 6 pages this year. Once the 6 pages are done, then I can put something else in this spot. Witcher is a contender. I really like this piece and would like to have it finished. And it's small for a full coverage. It's under 100,000 stitches, so it could be finished eventually. And it's on 28 count, 2/1 10th stitch, which means 10th stitch goes kind of fast. I can't wait to have Autumn Harmony done because it's a full cross project, and full cross is so slow. And so like I like the way it looks stitched up, but I also am like, I could do so many more stitches on a 10th stitch project and it would be done. If she was on 28 count, she would be done right now. I know it. And the reason I say that is like I worked on this when it came out and I was able to do like 2,000 stitches in a day easily. On Autumn Harmony, I think the most stitches I've ever done in a day is 1,000, and it was a lot. It took a long time to get to that 1,000. So yeah, if it was on a different fabric, I feel like I would be able to have it done. And so I can't wait till it's finished, and then I can put something else that's 10th stitch and get it done. And then the last project was from my themed board, and that was the prompt was Long Dog Sampler. I picked Dragon Hall just because I wanted to. I thought about picking Templar Prophecy, but it's on my other WIPGO board, so I was like, let's do this one. Give Dragon Hall some attention. I don't even know if I'm holding it the right way because there's not that much done. Yes, I am, because there's a dragon. It's not focusing. There it is. So this is Dragon Hall, and I switched all the colors because I had a bunch of Anchor floss because Anchor was sold at Michael's for a while and they discontinued it, and they had it for really cheap, and so I got a bunch, but I have never had a chance to use it before, so I was like, let's just change all the colors and use some Anchor floss. And this is being stitched on a amazing fabric that is from thesewingshop.ca, and it's called Iron Ore, and it's a 20 count, and I'm stitching this 1/1 full cross, and I just love this fabric. It's amazing. The Sewing Shop has really fun fabrics. Like if you are looking for something that's not like a solid color, I mean they do have solid colors too, but if you're looking for something that's just like amazing, they are the place to go. So Dragon Hall is the last of my WIPGO pieces that would be going onto the wheel, and like I said, I'm thinking about doing that like possibly for this weekend, is to work on Drinks on the Beach first, and then if I get my page finished, which that would be really hard, But if I somehow manage to get the page finished, then doing a spin the wheel with my Whip Go pieces and work on Whip Go pieces over the weekend. And then after that, I would work on Little Gamer because I need to work on Little Gamer to get that finished eventually. So that's all the cross stitch. Knitting. So there's something that I want to start because right now the only thing I have started for my knitting is I have my Musselburgh hat, which I do need to get this finished, but it's also just basic knitting at this point. You aren't doing anything else, and so this is like more of like a good travel project, but I don't know if I really want to work on it at home that much. And there is a wrap that I found that I would like to make. It's called the Robinson Wrap Cardigan by Florence Miller, and I love it. My problem is I don't think I have yarn for it. So I have a yarn that I would like to use for it, which is this yarn here by Geektastic Fibers. They actually rebranded this year, and I can't remember their name. It's something about fandom, like Fandom and Fibers, something like that. So they rebranded, but I have this yarn. You need a fingering weight and a lace, and so I have this. I have fingering with the mohair. My problem is I only have 2 of the fingering, 2 of the mohair. I think I would need 3 of each, I think. And this is in the colorway Morgana. I checked their website. They do have another fingering in stock of this color, but they did not have more of the mohair. So I can't decide what I want to do. I can't decide if I should get one more of the fingering and then just buy a different mohair from somewhere else, like a Knit Picks mohair or something, or if I should just scrap this yarn color and just do a different color and buy all new yarn. I don't know, but I really would like that wrap because it is perfect. Like, there are things that I know that I want in my wardrobe, and this is one of them. Like, I don't have any wrap cardigans like this, and I have been looking for a while for it, and I saw someone else making it, and I was like, that is perfect. That is exactly what I would like in my wardrobe. And so I know I would wear it, but I need to decide on yarn for it. So that is something that I need to think about in the next coming days, because I would like to have another knitting project started, because like I said, I don't have anything else going. I don't even have socks going right now. No socks. So that is all. I will be back once I have an update on my cross stitch. I will be working on Drinks on the Beach, Autumn Harmony, and I'll see you once I have some progress. I am back, and it is currently Friday, and I actually haven't done any stitching, so I didn't stitch at all yesterday, Thursday, but I wanted to come back and do a quick update because I decided to do the 24 hours of cross stitch marathon weekend, which is where you try and cross stitch for a total of 24 hours starting from Friday and then going until Sunday. And I don't think I'll actually be able to make it to 24 hours because today 2 of my kids have eye exams and they're going to be getting new glasses, so that's going to be taking some time today. But I thought this would be a good way to get back into stitching more because the last few weeks I wasn't stitching a lot, and so I would like to spend some time and try and get back into a regular stitching schedule. And so I'm going to be starting off with Autumn Harmony, and I moved the hoop into the area I'm going to be working on, and so I'm going to be just filling in this top corner, trying to get as much done as I can, hopefully. And I do have a stopwatch app that is on my phone, so I can be keeping track of my time. Right now I'm at 0, so I will be starting now, and I will be back once I have done some stitching, and I'll update you, on how much I've gotten done, what hour I am at, and just also if I'm listening to like audiobooks or something, because I would like to finish the audiobook that I'm listening to currently. I'm listening to one of the books in the Throne of Glass series. I think it's called Heir of Fire, and I would like to finish that one because on Tuesday, so it's Friday right now, on Tuesday the next book comes out in the Fourth Wing series. So it's called Onyx Storm. I'm really excited about it, and I will be using an Audible credit to get it because I have been waiting, and I need to listen to it right away as soon as it comes out. So I need to finish the book that I'm listening to so that I'm ready for Onyx Storm. So I'll be back once I've done stitching though on Autumn Harmony. I'm back, and it's been 2 hours and 15 minutes so far, and so far I have done 400 stitches on Autumn Harmony, and I am getting ready to switch projects, I think. So my daily goal for Autumn Harmony has been to do 400 stitches a day, so because I'm there, I think I'm going to switch projects, but I do have to leave now for the appointments, so I will not be actually stitching for a few hours. So I will show you though the project I'm switching to, which is Drinks on the Beach, which is the Haid 2025 stitch along chart that I'm doing. And I'm hoping that I can at least do a few hours of stitching tonight once I get back from the appointments, but we will see what I end up getting done, and I'll be back after I have done some stitching on this. I am back with an update on Drinks on the Beach, and I'm actually filming this for the second time because I filmed it before and then I went to edit it and the audio was not good. And so I'm refilming it, and so I'm going to try and remember exactly the stitch counts because it's currently Sunday. The last time that I have a clip that worked was from Friday, so I'm going to have to go over what I did Friday night, Saturday, and now I'm at Sunday. So I'm going to try and remember. So Friday night I worked on Drinks on the Beach for, I think I added another 4 hours. My ending stitch time for Friday was 6 hours, and I'm taking posts off of Instagram because I was updating on Instagram in my stories of what I was getting done. So on Friday I did, like I said, it was another 4 hours of stitching. I watched Wicked, which I saw it in theaters and then I wanted to watch it again, and you can currently rent it or buy it on Amazon. So I bought it and I watched Wicked, which added a good, I got 2 hours and 40 minutes of stitching time in thanks to Wicked. And I think I did 1,100 stitches total on Drinks on the Beach in that time period. So I will insert a picture of where Drinks on the Beach was on Friday night. And then Saturday, I worked on Drinks on the Beach. I think I did another 5 hours and 30 minutes. My ending time yesterday was, I was at 11 hours and 30 minutes of stitching time for the weekend. And I did 1,200 stitches into Drinks on the Beach, and I'll insert the picture of what it looked like on Saturday night after I was finished. Now it is currently Sunday, and where is my timer to see how much stitching time I'm at? I am currently, I think I was at 13 and a half hours the last time I was going to do an update. And in that time, so that would be another 2 hours. Yes, I did 650 stitches, and Drinks on the Beach is now currently here. So this page 1 is almost finished, but I'm getting to the bottom. So right here is the bottom, and I've been parking threads here. And I think I'm actually going to call the page like finished. I know that the page isn't finished fully, but this bottom area, I would like to be able to have the second part released where I'll have this page, and then I'll be able to work the stitches here and continue them down if they go down, because I can just park the threads at the bottom of the page, but I also don't want to have a whole bunch of parked threads because then I don't like when they start getting like tangled, and it also makes it really hard to stitch in an area once there's a ton of parked threads. So I'm just going to call this page finished, and part of the reason why I'm doing that too is because I did the calculations, and page 1 is 97 by 80 stitches, I think, and that is 7,760 stitches, and I currently have done 7,800 stitches on this chart because I did do stitches this way, and then I did some stitches here onto page 2. So the amount of stitches that I have done equal one Heaven and Earth Designs page, so I'm considering it a page done for that reason. And like I said, I want the next part out so I can continue the colors down this way and not have to like end colors or park them all here, and I would like to just be able to work down. That's kind of like the one bad thing about a stitch along is the page just ends, and you know that that the colors go down this way, like they have to, some of them do, but you can't do them yet, so I have to wait. I think the next section comes out maybe April 1st, I feel like would be when it comes out, but I don't remember. So because I have finished my page on Drinks on the Beach, kind of going by my rules, that means that I can switch projects, and I should switch to Little Gamer right now, but I think I'm going to spin my WhipGo wheel, which I put the charts into a wheel just this morning, and I will work on a WhipGo piece. I might do a couple WhipGo pieces today. I can't decide if I want to work on them for an hour or 2 hours and then rotate. I am not sure yet, but we are going to spin the wheel and see which WhipGo piece I get first. And we have Dragon Hall, which is by Long Dog Sampler. And I have all of my pieces like out and ready to work on because I wasn't sure which one was going to get called. So here's Dragon Hall. And I am really excited to work on this piece right now because I cannot remember who it was on Instagram, but I saw someone post on Instagram about doing a dragon stitch along for the release of Onyx Storm, because I've mentioned before, Onyx Storm comes out Tuesday, and I think the stitch along technically is supposed to start Monday, which is tomorrow, but it's Sunday, which is close enough. And so this is a good piece for that because dragon, I can go and stitch. There's another dragon exactly like this one on the other side of the castle, so I will try and get over to the dragon and stitch on the dragon for Onyx Storm because it's coming out and I'm so excited. Which, speaking of, I am still listening to Air of Fire. I think I have 6 hours left. And I think I'm listening at like 1.25 speed because I'm just trying to get through it because I need it to be done by tomorrow. So that is where I'm at. So my stitch total right now, I'm at 13 hours and 30 minutes. So I need to go and get back to stitching and try and get more stitching in. It's currently 4 o'clock on Sunday. So I can hopefully get at least a few more hours in, even though I know I'm not going to make it to 24 hours. I am back with my final update for the 24 hours of cross stitch weekend, and it's actually already Tuesday, so the weekend has been over, but my kids had no school yesterday for Martin Luther King Day, so I decided to wait and do my final ending of what I got done today, which is Tuesday, and they are now back in school. So my final hours of stitching. I stitched for 17 hours and 30 minutes. Ooh, there's a lot of glare. So 17 hours, 27 minutes. Which obviously it's not 24, but it was still pretty good because I got quite a bit done. You know, I finished a lot on Drinks on the Beach, and then I worked on Dragon Hall, which I need to show. So I worked on Dragon Hall for 3 hours. So I was started at 13 hours and 30 minutes, and I went to 16 hours and 30 minutes. And while I was doing that, I managed to get done 400 stitches, which this piece is kind of slow for me to stitch on. It's 20 count, I'm doing 1/1, and I feel like with 1/1, I have to really be careful with my tension to not pull too tight or to have it be like too loose. So I feel like I'm a lot more careful with my stitches. But I stitched this black line here because I wanted to stitch the dragon because Onyx Storm coming out, which I had mentioned before, and it's Tuesday, which means Onyx Storm is out. I got it on Audible already. I used a credit for it, and so I have the audiobook, which I did not finish Arrow Fire, but I am just going to jump right into Onyx Storm anyways because I want to. And then I think I'm also going to go out today and try and get a physical copy of Onyx Storm just because I like to have physical copies of series that I really like. So there is Dragon Hall. I am loving the way that it looks so far. I love this piece, and it's technically pretty small for a long dog. I think the total stitch count is only like 20,000 stitches, so that is nice. And then I spun the wheel, which I did not come back and record, but I did record the screen so that you can see it. So I spun the wheel to pick another project because I worked on this one for 3 hours, and then I was like, I am ready to switch. And it picked Rose Library, which is artwork by Ivy Dolomore, charted by Unconventional X Stitch. And I was really excited to work on this piece. I only worked on it for like 1 hour though, so here is my progress in that time, and I will also insert a before picture so you can see what I got done. I was stitching in, I think, this area with some greens here, and I was watching the show Severance because a new season of Severance came out on Apple TV, and I had to rewatch season 1. So I am starting off watching season 1 again because I watched season 1, I think it was like a year or 2 ago, and so I don't really remember what happened in season 1. I remember I liked the show, but I don't recall exactly what happened. So I'm watching season 1 so that I can start season 2 because it's out now. So that is what I was doing while I stitched on Rose Library. And that I only worked on it for, I think, an hour. And I did 300 stitches in that hour because this is 25 count, 2/1 tent stitch, and tent stitch goes fast. So this project got an hour and 300 stitches. Dragon Hall got 3 hours and I only did 400 stitches. So yeah, this is a lot slower than something like this with tent stitch. So that is everything for my weekend. I was also going to mention really quick a yarn update, I guess. So I had mentioned a project that I wanted to make, which is like a wrap top. And I think I found yarn that I might get for that because I don't think I'm going to use what I have because I don't think it's going to be enough and I don't want to run out while I'm making it and then have to like, you know, shorten the sleeves or shorten the ribbing or anything like that. So I was looking at knit picks and I found 2 yarns. So I need to have a fingering weight and then a lace. Or it does say that you can use a DK, but I would rather do the fingering and lace. And I found a yarn called Iris Heather. That's a fingering weight yarn, and I really love the colors. I'm going to insert a picture of what it looks like. It's kind of like a light purpley with like tans in it. And then I found a lace yarn that is called Charlotte, and it's lighter than the fingering, but I think that them together would be a really nice combo. So I think I might order that yarn and then make the wrap top that I was talking about, but I haven't ordered it yet, so I'm still not sure. I am going to end this video here though, so it's more of like a 24 hours of cross stitch marathon weekend video, and I hope you all are getting a lot of stitching done. I hope everyone is healthy because I had so many comments of people in my previous video who mentioned that they had also been sick recently, so I know like it's going around. A lot of people are sick, so I hope everyone is doing well. If you got Onyx Storm, I hope you are enjoying Onyx Storm, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!